So 3 weeks ago, on Thursday the 2nd of May, Fortnite decided to announce on X that they are done with Battle Royale remixes. A lot of you have been asking me when 99 Bots is coming back, and I've said that Epic Games have been planning on doing an announcement. Unfortunately, this is the announcement, and I had no idea about which way they were going to go with it until they actually came out with it. Now, some of you have suggested that I should recreate the BR map myself in UEFN. Epic Games would not like that. They don't mind single POI maps like the Tilted Towers one or the Greasy Grove one, but they don't want people to completely recreate the BR island. And also, even if I could do that as one person working on a complete recreation of the current map and trying to keep it updated every time they do an update, it would just be pretty much impossible to do. So what I've done is I have designed my own BR map. It's exactly the same size as the full BR map in Fortnite. I'm planning to have about 15 POIs scattered across the map that's named to locations, possibly other locations as well in addition to that. So I sat down with pen and paper and just drew out a little map for you, and this is the first sneak peek of what that's gonna look like. As you can see, I've printed out the Chapter 2 map, and I've done just an ever so slightly different design. The Chapter 2 map was my favorite map. I'm gonna have a POI that's similar to Sweaty Sands at the bottom here, as opposed to like being up here where Sweaty Sands would have been. There's not gonna be a Coral Castle. All the POIs are gonna be new POIs that I'm designing from the ground up, but they're all gonna be very heavily inspired by POIs throughout all of the chapters and seasons of Fortnite. So what I've done is I've scanned this into my computer, and then I've used Photoshop to create layers of different heights denoted by different shades of grey. And then I've put that into UEFN, imported it as a height map file. And I have already started work on the map. I have made a bunch of rivers, and I have started on the first POI, which is basically Retail Row. But it's not gonna be called Retail Row, and it's gonna be, I'm making it out of the parts the Tilted Towers are made from. So all of the walls and roofs and floor pieces, all of the same pieces that they used in Tilted Towers, I'm using that. But the layout is gonna be very similar to Retail Row. And also I'm gonna have power lines, which will be very similar to the power lines that you had going down to Steamy Stacks from Retail Row. So I'm massively excited about that, and I'm aiming to release a video every week of my progress on that. And I really want to get you guys involved in the process of this, like helping me come up with names for things, helping me come up with ideas for how we can sort of jazz up these POIs and take inspiration from the POIs we know and love, but then change them in other ways to make them unique and different. Because I know what you guys really want is the current map. Like, I know that you want the current chapter, the current season, you want it to be exactly like it is if you go in the real game, and you want to be able to just go in and practice and also have a look around and see where things are and everything like that. I totally get that, and that's why I made it to begin with. But unfortunately, I just can't do that anymore. I would love to do it, but it's just not possible. So hopefully what I can create for you is something where we can practice our aim, practice our skills, and it still feels like Fortnite. It's still got a similar kind of setup and layout to the main game, and still keeping it updated as much as possible to include the latest weapons as and when they become available to UEFN, because they don't always become available to us creators as soon as they come out in BR. But I will be trying to keep all of that stuff as updated as it possibly can be. And the best thing about this will be that we're building it together. You know, there's going to be POIs in there that you guys have named, ideas that you guys have come up with, and you know, we can open things to the vote. We can decide on things as a community. So any changes that I'm thinking of making, you guys can go, no, that's rubbish, we don't want that in there. You know, I'll put my Discord link in the description, and we'll open up a channel literally for this. I don't know what to call it yet, because I don't have a name for the map. And that's the other thing I'm thinking about, is that we need to come up for some sort of name for this map. So like, I don't know if you guys know, but like all of the different chapters of Fortnite, all the different maps, they have like a code name. So I think each map is named after a Greek god, but they all start with A. So it's like Athena, Asteria, Apollo, Artemis. So, you know, if I was just going to try and straight up copy one of those maps, it'd be like 99 bots Athena or 99 bots Apollo. But this is our own map that we're creating together, so it needs to be 99 bots something, you know. It's not 99 bots Tilted Towers, it's not 99 bots Greasy Grove, it's 99 bots something. And I need the help of you guys to come up with what that something is. It's going to be something that rolls off the tongue, it's memorable, unique, catchy. You know, we don't want to choose something that loads of other maps have got the same name. So if you can think of a good name for it, leave a comment down below, and then I'll pick my favorite ones, and I'll do a poll here on YouTube first. So make sure you subscribe, you get the bell notification on so that you get the post notification for that. And then I'll go into my Discord server, and whatever name that we pick, there'll be a new channel set up, and that will be called that name, and that will be where we'll discuss all of this. So also, if you're not on my Discord, just go hit the invite link in the description, and then yeah, we'll jump into that new channel once it's created and start planning what we're gonna do. And each week, hopefully I will have enough to make a video out of, and you guys can have weekly updates on how things are going. Also, once we get to a place where we can start play testing the map, then I can get you guys added as play testers and get you guys early access to the map so that we can play through it and work out what needs to be changed, what can be improved, and you guys can give me direct feedback before we actually go ahead and launch this on Fortnite, which would be really cool because it's the first time I've ever done anything like that. Usually I just make the map, test it myself, and then cross my fingers, hope for the best. But yes, that's my announcement. So I hope you guys are pumped for it. You know, I know it's not exactly what you was hoping for, but you know, it's gonna be dope. If all you guys get on board with it and we all bounce around ideas and vote on things, you know, it's bound to be dope. And I'm going to be putting a lot of hours into this. Obviously, I'll still have to do some other things alongside it. I can't be doing this 24/7. So I will be still having to update my existing maps that I've already got. They'll obviously need updating and maintaining as usual. And also I will be working on some smaller projects interspersed alongside doing this, because I know this is going to take quite a while to do between starting it and it actually being fully ready and launched. So in the meantime, to make sure all the bills are paid, I've still got to be bringing something new to the game. So I will do some smaller games. I want to make videos on those projects as well, because I know a lot of the time I just get on and I make something small and quick, and I don't even give it a proper like announcement. I don't tell people that I'm making it, and it just appears one day and people are like, oh, all right, whatever. So I'm going to try and get input from you guys on those things as well, and just get you a bit more involved in what I'm doing. So the sort of loose roadmap, if you like, is basically every week putting out a new video with some more progress towards the 99 bots map. And I also want to be putting out a new map once a month, again with as many videos as possible. So ideally I'd like it, I don't want to hold myself account to this, but like ideally I'd like it that, say, every Friday I do a video about 99 bots, and then every Wednesday I do a video about whatever other project I'm working on that month, and then we just go through it. So 2 videos a week is what I'd like to do, but we'll see how that goes, because that's gonna take time. So yeah, if you like that idea and you want to support it in any way, literally doing any one of these following things, just one of these things, will help a lot more than you probably think it will. And that would be just leaving a comment down below this video with your idea for a name for the map, joining my Discord in the link in the description of the video, subscribing to the channel, and even better, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any posts or uploads that I put on here. Also, liking the video helps a lot more than you realize it does, and sharing the video helps a hell of a lot too. Also, if you really want to support me putting the time into this map, one thing that will go a long way to doing that is playing the other maps that I've got. So like the Tilted Towers map, the Greasy Grove map. Every time you play those maps or any other maps that I've made, you're directly supporting what I'm doing and making it easier for me to put all of my time into this. Also, every time you use my creator code in the item shop, that makes a massive difference. It's something I don't really talk about a lot, I don't really push that, but you know, for something that costs nothing to you guys and you can just type it in, every time you guys do that, it may seem like just a small thing to you, but to me it's a very big deal, and I appreciate it a lot. It helps me to continue doing what I'm doing and allows me to just focus on making maps and videos for you guys moving forwards, and just making it possible for me to be a creator as a full-time job. So yeah, I really appreciate it when you guys do. Literally any one of those things will go a long way to helping me continue doing what I'm doing. And all of you guys are making a difference. You're all supporting me making this new map, and I cannot wait to get started on this. So come on guys, leave some names in the comments so we can actually get a proper name for it, and let's get started and make this happen. But for now, get out of here.